Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we got a ton of huge updates from NBA Top Shot. Hopefully they can save Top Shot with these updates. If you didn't watch my last video, S4 seems like basically their last chance to hold on to what remaining users they have and build this thing back up to what it was before, or at least close to what it was before. So let's get into all that in this video. Obviously, we got Russell Westbrook up here, just opted into his $47 million per year contract to stay with the Lakers for at least one more year. Obviously, he was going to opt in. Probably can't make more than $10 million anywhere else. So if you guys want more NBA news and updates, definitely sign up for the free newsletter. It'll be linked down below, top of the description. Just get you news from all the top sources around the NBA every single day. So definitely make sure to sign up for that. Now let's get into the video. So ton of different news that came mostly from that Twitter Spaces they did, which was over 2 hours. If you haven't checked that out on Twitter, definitely check that out. If you have 2 hours to spare, or you could speed it up and watch it in less time, obviously. But the first thing they basically went over was crafting challenges that are coming. So these are going to burn a ton of moments. If we come look at the last crafting challenge here, Ja Morant, actually the only one, the first one on Top Shot, 539 mint count, but you needed 10 moments, so that essentially means that they burned 5,390 moments to make this moment on the platform. So if you take that number minus 539, really took away like 4,800 moments from Top Shot. And they're going to have 30 of these, so one more for every team, including the Grizzlies, because this is a part of the Throwdown set. This is going to be a part of a new set, and that set is called Squad Goals right here. So I made an entire video on this that I'll link down in the description, or you can find on my channel about these crafting challenges. But basically some new news on this is they're all going to be rare moments, so minted probably 2,000 or less. And the challenges are designed to where the completion is going to be 2,000 or less. And some of them are going to be different based on different players that are going to be more sought after than others. So they did put out this that I just found again on Twitter with every single challenge reward for every single team. So obviously you have some really good ones in here, like LeBron obviously here, and LaMelo Ball, and then Lonzo Ball, some good ones in here. But then you also have like Dante DiVincenzo or Zubac, Jackson Hayes. So it's really a mix of good and bad players. So it might be the case that you don't want to burn a ton of moments to get a Jackson Hayes. So this one could be lower mint count, and then like a LeBron could be a higher mint count, but gonna burn a ton of moments. So actually on the channel, if you want to join the membership, I'm gonna probably rank these before this video comes out and put those in for the channel members. Rank these of the best moments 1 through 30 in my opinion. So be on the lookout for that if you're in the membership. Also check out the full video on the crafting I did coming this summer. The other big news that they did, and the big buzzword that came out of this, was net neutral supply for Series 4. So what exactly does that mean? It's not posted anywhere, but people are talking about it on Twitter, and also Jacob mentioned it a few times in the Twitter Spaces. So essentially what that means, if we come look at blog post again about crafting, this one's only minted out of 539. So there could be flash challenges that are expected. They actually did say there's going to be a bunch of net negative flash challenges. I don't know if all of them are going to be crafting flash challenges, but it sounds like a lot of them are, to cut down on supply and get to that net neutral supply. So essentially what this means, I'll just answer the question and give a definition real quick before we get into it, is basically if they mint 2 million moments in S4, new moments, they're also going to burn essentially 2 million moments. So it's going to add 0 moments to the platform at the end of S4. That is the ultimate goal. What they have said already in the summer, before even S4 started, so we'll see how it goes, but that's what they said essentially. So how that's going to work, Obviously, this Ja Morant challenge nearly burned 5,000 moments because they minted 539 new ones. But an example that I can give here that I think explains it fairly well is just look at the Fresh Threads set. This is probably the first common set that we're going to see in S4. And essentially what is going to happen here is imagine that this first drop has 8 Fresh Threads players in it. They did say they are going to also have meaningful cuts to supply, and these are direct quotes from either Jacob or the other guy, I think his name's Matt, that was in the Twitter Spaces. And they also said that they're going to be cutting down on the mint count of moments. So instead of 11,000, you might see these out of 9,000 or even less, maybe like 8,000. And if they drop 8 of them times 8,000, you're looking at 64,000 new moments in the first Fresh Threads set drop for S4. Obviously, that's just an example and a prediction, I guess. So 64,000 new moments. You might only have to do one flash challenge to burn that many moments. If you have a pretty easy flash challenge where 7,000 people complete them, but you have to burn 10 moments each, say, and they're probably going to be common moments if that's the case. If 7,000 people are completing it, you would be burning 70,000 moments plus the 7,000 that is minted to the new moment. So it's really left with 63,000 moments burned. So essentially that would wipe each other out. So that's how I believe Series 4 is still going to work. We're still going to have a good amount of drops and similar to what S3 was, but lower mint counts, and also these flash challenges to burn moments as new ones are coming on to stay at the net neutral, which is essentially adding 0 new moments to the platform. So if that was confusing, I'll try to draw it out a little better here in a sec. Okay, so trying to draw this out, here we have a flash challenge, which is actually a burn challenge, and every moment that's used to complete this challenge is going to be burned. So say you need 10 moments for this challenge, and you have 7,000 people complete this challenge. That's going to equal 70,000 moments that are going to be burned in this challenge. But then obviously you're going to be creating 7,000 new moments. So the amount burned minus the amount that is added back into it is going to be 63,000 moments burned essentially from this flash challenge. And then if you have the Fresh Threads drop, like I said, for an example, say they're only adding 8 Fresh Threads to the first drop of Series 4, and then you're going to get that minted out of 8,000, and 8 times 8,000 is going to be 64,000 minted back into circulation. So you're left here with a net of 1,000. So that wouldn't actually be net neutral. To get to net neutral, you'd have to burn 64,000. So say the number of completions was like, I think it would have to be 7,100 to get this to 71,000. And then your number here is going to be 64,000 burned. So you're actually going to get to a net neutral of 0 after this drop and challenge. So just one challenge could get you enough burned to have a full set half dropped like this of 8 moments minted out of 8,000. So that's just an example, but probably in a Fresh Threads pack, you're probably going to get 2 other S4 common moments as well. So this number would really be 64,000 times 3. So that's 192,000. So you essentially would need 3 of these flash challenges to get back to net neutral, and you can do, I mean, at least 2 a week, maybe even 3 a week, and essentially burn these out to 0. So something they also said they're continuously working on and say just all the time basically is they're trying to add more value for sets, for completing sets and team sets. Something that they mentioned was set merch, but not for probably all 70 of the sets they have, but it would be fairly cool to unlock some hustle and show merch if you have completed that set, and just give those set holders the ability to maybe get free set merch or actually pay for it. I know a lot of NFT projects, just by owning it, you unlock the ability to pay more for the merch, but it's exclusive merch, I guess. And they also said they want to give more value and utility just to individual moments, not even just sets. So the next thing I wanted to talk about in this video is when are the next pack drops coming? I mean, obviously we have a Series 1 reserve pack coming in 2 days. Yeah, I guess you can get a locker pack whenever you want, but are we going to see Summer League moments like we did last summer? I think they only had 4 moments if we come look. Are we going to see something like that, which I think would be kind of cool? I thought that Summer League moments are cool, and they didn't really do that many. I guess they have 5 Summer League moments from last year. I think that would be a cool drop to do this summer. Also, they'd run it back before the start of the NBA season. I honestly kind of hope that they wait and do that one like on opening night or opening week of the NBA season for run it back. And I don't know if they're going to do another archive set, but the archive set was just way too many moments and minted way too high, in my opinion. If we look at the archive set, there's some out of 20,000 that aren't even debuts here for archive players. So just a lot of moments, and they're just minted way too high. So I would be okay without an archive set drop for Series 4, but they could be going back to that, adding to the entire archive set. But I hope that they do wait for the run it back and just keep doing these burning challenges and maybe some Summer League moments as well while we wait for the next NBA season. Alright guys, so I hope that it wasn't too confusing talking about net neutral on NBA Top Shot. Let me know if you have any questions on it, and I'm pretty sure I explained it, how it's going to work in their eyes. So let me know if I got it totally wrong or if you're still a little confused. I can try to answer some questions down in the comments. Definitely consider signing up for the free NBA Update newsletter and check out the other videos on the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed this. Like the video, helps out a lot, and I'll catch you guys in another one.